Hey there, this is Gretchen Lennon with Keller Williams in Atlanta. And today we are going to talk about owner's title insurance. And I have on the call with me Joanna Jones with Fidelity Title, and she is the Vice President and State Manager. How are you doing today, Joanna?
I'm great. How are you, Gretchen?
I'm doing well. I
Hey,
appreciate
thank you for this opportunity. It's so sweet of you to
Yeah.
reach out.
Yeah, I'm grateful that you're taking time out of your busy day to chat with us and clear up the air a little bit. And the main reason why I wanted to reach out to you and talk to you today is because so many times I get close to closing with a buyer and they're reviewing the settlement statement and they see owner's title insurance on the settlement statement, and they really weren't expecting it, don't understand it, and really don't want to pay the fees for it. So with that said, I wanted you to help us understand why it is so important. So I'll start out by just asking you, what is owner's title insurance?
Okay. So owner's title insurance protects the owner to the right to the ownership of their property through the time of the death and on to their heirs. It does go on to their heirs if there are any, and it protects your ownership to your property. What I'd like to make sure everybody understands is it's a one-time fee, one-time charge. There's not an annual fee that you have to pay like your regular homeowner's policy or your car insurance. It's one time, and it protects you for the life of that you are in that home and have that and onto your heirs.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
pretty clear. And so even with a refinance, it still remains, you don't have to
So
buy.
yes, when you refinance, you still have to have a new lender's policy, but your owner's policy protects you all the way through. No new owner's
Awesome.
policy. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's another thing that confuses people a little bit on the settlement statement, and that is generally we see owner's title insurance and then lender's title insurance. And people often think that if they see lender's title insurance, they don't need to purchase their owner's insurance.
So we get that question a lot. Our underwriters get that question a lot, Gretchen. The lender's title policy protects the lender only. It protects the lender's financial stake into the property through the time that the loan is paid off, or again, if they refinance and then they go with a different lender, then it will go to that lender. So it does, it will, this isn't the right word, but discontinue once the loan is paid off, or again, if they refinance, and it protects the lender and the lender only. So you are required by law to buy it. And Gretchen, you may probably know this better than I do. Most closings, I think that the buyer buys the lender's policy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. We have definitely gone over that, and that's one reason why some buyers don't want to think that it's necessary to have both because they're paying.
Right. So owner's policy is optional. We, of course, at Fidelity National Title strongly recommend it.
Yes.
And I would say that probably 80 to 90% of the loans that close where there is an owner, because obviously refinance, you only have 80 to 90% of the loans that close in Georgia, there's an owner's policy issued. People take it serious. They're starting to understand, what it does for them, because if there is a defect or if there's a claim that arises and you have an owner's policy, we as the title company will help you. We take care of the attorney's fees, court costs. You don't really understand, the things that really get involved. And so when you have something like that, you are backed by a strong financial institution that goes to bat for you, basically because you have an owner's policy.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's great. So the last question I have for you is just to make sure everyone's really clear on why they should do this. And being the real estate agent, it's interesting because I'm always suggesting that they do purchase it, but
Right.
but coming from somebody like you, give us some kind of a story, like what scenario could happen if you choose not to.
Gotcha. So I've been doing this 35 years, and I've seen anything from small, conflict in the wills to back taxes to what I think probably for Georgia might be one of the biggest property disputes, you might say. It happened in Marietta, Georgia, and I don't know if you're familiar with the neighborhood is called Ann's Place. This property was owned by husband and wife. The husband passed away. The property was then transferred to the wife. The wife moves out of Georgia and moves down to South Alabama. I believe that's correct, South Alabama, and stays there for years, never checks on this property. It's rural, it's land, raw land, it's rural. Her son and daughter-in-law divorce, and the daughter-in-law takes on the identity of the woman that actually owns it, the woman that lives in South Alabama. She forges documents. She has new license, passport. She has it all. She has everything that she needs to really commit forgery. She sells the land to a developer, and the developer builds a neighborhood, Ann's Place. Years go by. The lady that owned it comes back to Georgia, and her land is a neighborhood. Shocking.
Wow.
So the people that had an owner's policy were protected. Court cost, legal fees, they kept their home. Those that didn't, while they worked out a settlement, they had to hire their own attorneys. They had to go through a lot of trouble to retain their home. To me, that's probably what, I mean, when you hear that, you just buy an owner's policy.
That's a
You don't
nightmare.
not buy an owner's policy.
Yeah.
True story in Marietta, Georgia.
Oh my gosh, that is.
Can you imagine?
No, it's horrible.
Yes. The entire land was developed into a neighborhood.
Oh my gosh. I imagine that.
Crazy.
Well, that definitely drills the point home. Definitely. Wow. Well, is there anything else that you think that we need to add to the video and share with people? Is there anything else that they need to know?
Well, no, Gretchen, probably what I would say in going through the process as a buyer, you need to make sure that you have an excellent real estate agent like you that knows the process, that's been doing it, can educate them and walk them through the process step by step. And then you, I know, as an agent, pick great real estate closing attorneys that help them in the process. And that's really what it is. That's what it's about. The people that they trust you, and you in turn trust your real estate closing attorney, and your real estate and closing attorney hopefully trust Fidelity National Title. So, it's like a three-way chain that works.
Yeah, it's a team that works well together.
It is a team.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. And if anybody has questions, I'm sure that I can have them reach out to you, and you'd be happy to help them.
You can. We have 3 excellent underwriters on staff as well that know it far better than I do. So
good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, Joanna, and I hope you have a good day. And we'll be reaching out if we have any questions at all.
Thank you so much, Gretchen. Have a great day and have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye.